up on this week's edition of The Bark. We have some info about a competition ROTC had over the weekend.
And later, me, the sports anchor, will give you guys some info on what's been going on in baseball.
We have all that and more for your weekly news. Let's get started. Welcome back to The Bark. We hope everyone is having a great week.
ROTC had a competition here at ZHS where they did a bunch of drills and competed against a handful of other schools. And we have our reporter, me. Yeah, I got some information on how well it did, so.
Recently, ROTC united in a drill competition, right here in our own backyard. The drill team participated hard and won a plethora of trophies for their hard work and effort. Schools from all across the district and even some beyond traveled to the little town of Zephyr Hills for the competition.
This event was special because it was hosted at this school, and normally we don't host our drill events here. We found success by practicing every day of the week for 2 hours, and then, it paid off.
All of the students were thrilled with the way they performed and were super proud on the results that they got. Winning a ton of gold on the day, the ROTC drill team made a huge impact and had a great time. Reporting on the scene, Benjamin Will, The Bark.
Wow, Anthony, ROTC did really well. Also, don't forget the county fairs this week.
And now for everyone's least favorite part of the show, our sports anchor, Benjamin Will, has some info about what's going on in baseball.
Welcome back to ZSPN. The XFL is off for the races, the baseball team is off and running, and the tennis season is in full swing. Get it? All that and more on this week's edition of ZSPN. The baseball season is officially underway. With a 2-game preseason, the Bulldogs split at 1-1. They beat South Sumner 8-2 off of 7 dominant innings combined pitching from Mason Denmark and Austin Dobbins. The Bulldogs faced off against some of their toughest competition of the season as they traveled to Hernando, falling short in a 2-1 loss. However, despite this loss, we've still seen some great pitching performances from Mark Santiago and J.J. McGovern. Then, in the first regular season matchup for the baseball team, they were dominant, beating Lake Gibson 8-0. Mark Santiago had a perfect game through 5 1/3 innings as he and Austin Dobbins combined for a shutout. The Bulldogs had some timely hitting from Austin Dobbins as well as Mark Santiago, and a single from Maddox Rivera that was followed up by a sacrifice bunt from Aiden Thorne, and then a bunt single from Matthew Casares that scored Rivera eventually. Next up for the Bulldogs is Friday night at Pasco in the 9 Mile War game. Hopefully we see you all there. The XFL is underway as the Renegades beat the Vipers 22-20. The Orlando Guardians proved why Florida can't have nice things, losing 33-12 to the Roughnecks. The Battlehawks beat the Brahmas 18-15, and the Defenders beat the Sea Dragons 22-18 in the nation's capital. And that's all I have for you today, Bulldogs. I'm Benjamin Will of The Bark. Woof woof, signing off. Here's some things to do over the weekend.
That's all for this week, Bulldogs. Have a great week.